He did get down to C cup and got 4 kilos off in total, so 2 kilos. And then I suddenly remembered I could actually stand up.
Welcome back. If you've joined us from the first video, then in this video we talk about the surgery that Kat actually had. As a reminder, we are discussing surgical procedures, and in this video there will be some photos of the procedure, so if you have younger viewers, discretion is advised. Again, if you have any questions or would like to know more about expat life in China, make sure you click subscribe. If you landed on this video first but haven't seen the first one, then you can find the first one just at this link up here. Otherwise, let's get back into it.
When we went into surgery, the people did put the gowns on over top of their normal clothes, so that means that you've got that sterile barrier. And when we walked into the theatre itself, the scrub table was all set up and everything was still in its packets, and then everything was opened as they were getting ready for the surgery. So all of those are really good signs that like the hygiene and things are all to a standard that we would expect.
When I got there, I was like, you sent me the address and I was like, am I in the right place? Because from the outside, it looks nothing like a hospital at all. It almost looks like a hotel.
And then the lobby looks like a hotel, and then you turn up to a hospital. I think if it was more hospital at the bottom, it would be less
confronting.
Yeah.
You would be like, what?
But there's like so much money in that bottom section where the Botox happens.
That's it, right? All the Botox.
Where the Botox goes.
Is down there. Once you'd finished your surgery and your 2 nights, what happened then?
So I went to the hotel. Translator helped set me in, which was real good. She asked for the non-smoking room for me, so that was nice. Next day and the day after that, I went back to the hospital to get intravenous antibiotics, so that, you know, with the line in your veins. And I would just need to do that in the morning, and I'd see the theatre nurse or theatre manager, and he would be like, how are you? Fine. And then I'd go off and wander around and have a nap and live child-free life for 2 days.
Yeah, which is
epic.
Good. Yeah. Amazing.
Like recovery central.
Alrighty, so you went in there and you wanted to go from a size G to a size C. How much did they actually end up taking?
He did get down to C cup and got 4 kilos off in total, so 2 kilos.
Per titty?
2 kilos per breast. So that's why the internal hole was going to be so big, and the volume of stitches, and he was accurate. The scar sizing is big because they do what they call a lollipop surgery. So they take the nipple, the big circle around, take the nipple out and put it on the sterile field and leave it there. Then they cut down and along, and then obviously open up and pull everything out of there. So they pull 2 kilos out, and then they sew that along bit, and then they sew the nipple back in.
Oh,
so it is actually quite big surgery, which again, like I knew but discredited until a week later when I was like, oh, I actually feel a bit bleh.
And I remember you feeling not great. So then you went and you went to the hospital, or you went?
Yes, so I went to the hospital here. And of course, blood tests and things in China are just
like that,
easy. So they just ordered it, and nothing was wrong. But it was the dermatologist here that took the stitches out and did the blood test check, and she just said, "You do realise it was massive surgery, right?" Suddenly I was like,
yes,
yeah, actually,
I do.
That's true. Because I had the surgical thing in Chinese that she read and was like, hang on, hun. And she kept saying to me, 4 kilos off your chest, you're going to feel sick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then I chilled out a bit and actually felt way better.
Reassurance.
Yeah.
That it was okay.
That it was big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just felt so much lighter and so much easier to breathe, and you have that adrenaline thing. It's like that first week after having a baby, you're just like, oh, this is fine, you know, I can do this. And then get a few weeks in, you're like, whoa, what?
What was this?
Although maybe not here with IE.
Yeah, true.
Please do blow that one's nose.
China had never really come up on your radar as the country to get surgery, let alone breast reduction surgery, right? But when we were in Hangzhou, there were so many cosmetic cosmetic hospitals, people walking around with the full...
There were vials of things hanging in their faces and all the bandages and the crepe everywhere, and
Since you've gotten it, we've had a little bit more of a look into it. So Hangzhou is very much fast becoming the cosmetic surgery.
And it's so easy to get to because it's not that far from Shanghai, which has all the direct flights. Like, even if you were mega jet lagged, you would still be able to get onto a bullet train from Shanghai and go straight to Hangzhou, or one night there, and then it's just not that far away. And then the cost of everything, it was so cheap. Beijing, we had been told, was expensive to eat at, but for us, having first arrived here and working the money out into New Zealand dollars, we were still living like kings. And then we got to Hangzhou and it was like, oh my gosh, we're going to live like billionaires now. And so we did, like we ate the best things and had a really great time. But it just makes it so achievable if you were going to come from New Zealand as opposed to already being here. Yeah, so this is literally 3 minutes. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully the surgeon's not watching this because I'm already back running. And it's fantastic. I can wear one bra running. I can breathe while I'm running. The best part is in the night, because you get home in the evening, you it doesn't matter how much you spend on a bra, they are so uncomfortable, and you just well, I would go to bed with no bra on and I'd lay there and I'd fall asleep, and then I would want to turn over and you'd have to literally be like, come on love, over we go. People that hear me. Uncomfortable at times, and the shoulders hurt and the bra would dig in and my back always was a bit, and I noticed the first few times I started going back for walks around the lake and things after we got here that I was walking like this, and then I suddenly remembered I could actually stand up. So my whole posture has changed. I've got no back pain. I sleep way better at night. I can breathe better. It's not a fix to everything because nothing is, but I'm amazed at how many things are better because of it. It's worth 14,000. Like, it's so worth it. And in fact, if you had 50,000, I'd say just go, do it, do it in the place that you're most comfortable. But for those of us who work for the government in New Zealand and do not have 50,000, come to China. They will tell you how it is. You don't have to guess what anyone's saying. You don't have to guess what's going to happen because they will just tell you, and and you can plan for it. But having stayed in China, we had WeChat and Alipay and Meituan. So everything came to me, and the translator was here, and we had a slight understanding of China at that point. So it was actually way more comfortable to do it here and a lot easier. Even once I left the hospital and was in the hotel by myself and you'd come back to Beijing, there was one night I woke up from a nap at 10 p.m. and realised I'd slept through dinner. Just straight on Meituan, half an hour later, full meal turns up downstairs, go get it. It's the best place. The delivery here is just next level. Even to the point of, on the way back on the train, on the way back to Beijing, I was starting to feel a bit nauseous, so I finally translated what the antibiotics were and realised I'm allergic to them. And the allergy is vomiting, so I was like, oh, well, that's not train sickness, that's them kicking in. Messaged the translator, and she did apologise profusely because she hadn't realised, which is fine because she's not medical. That's the one thing, she's not medical. But I am, and I didn't know, so there we go. And she ordered, she said, stop taking them. And then she ordered she talked to the hospital in Beijing, got recommendations on what ones I could take because she was trying to decide whether to send me to the hospital here to get IV antibiotics or whether they would order pills. And by the time I got back to our home in Beijing, the pills were here.
That's it from us, guys. Thank you so much to Kat for, one, inviting me along for the journey, and two, agreeing to appear on camera to talk about her surgery. If you have any questions or you're considering cosmetic surgery in China, let us know. Leave us a comment, send us a message. We'd be happy to help you facilitate that and get in contact with the same consultant / translator that Kat used. I think overall the experience has been pretty good, and it's been awesome to see the positive results from the surgery impact and improve Kat's life as well. If you've made it this far, thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to resuming the usual schedule on the YouTube channel. Till next time, see ya.